Hello. Thank you for tuning in, Gemini. This is your August reading. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and we're going to be just consulting with Spirit, looking for some guidance for the month of August for Gemini. We're going to do 3-card pull from the Linestrider Tarot, and then we'll pull 1 card from the Druid Animal Oracle deck. I'm getting a sense your focus today is really very tight. You're all business today, Gemini. All right. So the first card we're going to pull is, what have you been dealing with in July that's now going to be a little less relevant as we move into August? What is it in July that was taking a lot of your time and attention, and now in August is going to be kind of receding, and a little bit less of your focus will be needed for this matter. Maybe you're letting something go. Maybe a project is ending. Maybe you just don't need to pay attention to it as much. Maybe it's not something that is completely going away, but it's something you don't need to spend so much time on. We're getting a lot of reversals today, which is odd because the deck isn't set up for reversals, but when they come out so clearly reversed, I am going to lay them down that way. So that's what we have for you, Gemini, for August, for what you're leaving behind, what you've been focusing on in July, but you're kind of stepping away from now. For August, we have in the second card pull here, Spirit, for Gemini for August, what is coming in? What's coming into bloom in August? What is something that you've been incubating, Gemini? Something you've been working on? Something you've been thinking about? And now you're in August, you're going to be spending a little more time on it. What is it for Gemini in August? What energies, Spirit, will Gemini be starting to spend a little more time on, give more attention to in August? 7 of Pentacles. Now, a third card we're going to pull is, Gemini for August, is what is on the edges. You know, what's kind of bubbling up into your consciousness, something that's sort of in the back of your mind, something that's coming toward you. What is it, Gemini? This is something that may start to become a little bit more obvious in August, but it's not coming to fruition in August. Whatever this energy is, it will be a little further down the road. But what is that? What is that little thing on the horizon that Gemini is starting to see, Spirit, for August? What is the energy? Oh, that's a lot of cards. Spirit is not cooperating with me today. They keep bringing me much more than I intended to read, but we'll do what we can here. All right, so there are 4 cards. Oh, I shuffled incredibly well. I just want you to know that, okay? But these cards are the ones that came out. Gemini, these are the cards that I had from the Taurus reading. And it's this 10 of Swords, which was the first... was that the first card? This came out for someone. Maybe this was not the one that came out for... Huh, okay. I'm wrong. Let's start that again, Gemini. So we have 4 cards here for what's on the horizon and what is coming toward you. And I wanted 1 card, but, you know, we get what we get. So let's see what we have here. We have the 10 of Swords. I saw that in someone's reading earlier, but I forget now. I was going to say it was Taurus, but I think now it wasn't Taurus. It was someone else. Then maybe it was Aries? I don't know. We'll have to check that. Then we have the Ace of Cups reversed. We have the Knight of Wands. This was in the Taurus reading, actually. And we have the Queen of Cups reversed. And that was also in the Taurus reading. So, despite my very, very thorough shuffle, we have a lot of repeat cards coming out. And maybe there's some connections here across signs. So, Gemini, you may want to check out the Taurus and the Aries videos. And it looks like maybe Taurus should be watching yours. Maybe Aries should be watching yours. I don't know. Let's see what we have here. So we have first the Hermit. This is your July energy that's moving away now. I'm going to turn this upside right so you can see the artwork, which is great. got his lantern with a star, the Hermit. But it's reversed. It's not a standard reading. Normally I would say, you know, it's about your search for truth and your thinking, and you've got this inner guidance system. But, you know, instead of isolation and kind of contemplating. Reversed, it means loneliness. It does mean isolation, but not in a good way. And you're feeling like you've lost your way. So you may be doing a lot of thinking in July, Gemini. Maybe you were doing a lot of soul searching. And what I'm hearing now from Spirit is that was a good use of that time. And now you're moving forward. And the energies for August are about the 7 of Pentacles. You see that little bird? Wake up. There we go. Blue eye. Put that very blue eye on that bird. And some blue flowers. Dark blue flowers. A 7 is a nest. Maybe they're building a nest there. That bird is building this nest. And that 7 of Pentacles energy is about working really hard, being diligent, persevering, and you're getting some results. You're getting some rewards for the efforts that you're putting in. So even though August is, often a relaxing month, it looks like you'll be doing some work, and you're kind of focusing on your work in August. All right, so on the edges, we have this pile of cards. We have the 10 of Swords, right? You can see. Wake up, camera. It's giving me a hard time. Doesn't want to focus. So the 10 of Swords energy, these 4, just keep in mind overall for all 4 of these are energies that are on the edges. These are things that could be coming toward you, but they're being shown to you now by Spirit so that you can sort of circumvent. You're focusing a lot of energy on working in August, but keep in mind these energies that are on the horizon and think about whether you want to make different choices as you're moving through August to maybe change these energies so that they aren't coming forward for you. So this 10 of Swords is about failure, collapse, and defeat. All right? Now, that's all I got there, and it's not a foregone conclusion. None of these are. The Ace of Cups, that's usually a new opportunity. But it's reversed here. It's reversed here, which means that there's a sense of emotional loss and emptiness. And it kind of blocks your creativity feeling that way. The next is this Knight of Wands energy, which is about an adventure, a feeling of fearlessness, moving forward. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups reversed. And that energy is about insecurity and dependence and feeling kind of like a martyr. So it looks like you have some options here, right? You've got some options for how things go. You were in this soul-searching place in July. And I would ask you to really kind of focus, Gemini, on what you learned about yourself during that time, because you've jumped right back into focusing on work for August, a time when most people kind of take their foot off the pedal, off the gas. You're focusing on work, you're focusing on growing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it looks like, given this massive pile of potential bad outcomes that has landed here, maybe you need to go and pull some of this energy back. Maybe you need to make August a little bit more about that reflection. Sorry, my camera's not focusing very well today. It's focusing out instead of on the cards. Because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having an adventure, right? Unless it's escapism. But, feeling emotional loss, feeling defeat, and feeling like, you're dependent on someone and that you're insecure. All of that's really was quite a stew, right? I'd say, while you're working this month, maybe do a little bit more of that reflecting and try to get yourself to this place where your outcome is adventure and not that sense of loss or that feeling of being a victim. So let's pull a Druid animal card for you to see if we can get a little bit more guidance for Gemini for August. Poor thing. I mean, it looks like you're working really hard. You're trying to focus on that internal dialogue and exploring and learning more about yourself. But there's a piece of your puzzle missing. And that little bird with the nest. What do you need to add to your nest? You need to add something to the nest. Your druid animal card is the dog. Sort of Highland dog. This is a newer deck for me, and I need to look up the book. And the book's not in any order, so just give me a moment. We will see. Oh, there you are, right there. Gemini, for August, we have the keywords of guidance, protection, and loyalty. The dog brings guidance and protection, acting as a loyal companion and friend on your journey in both this life and the next. In the Druid tradition, the dog is seen as the guardian of the mysteries. As such, he can be fierce, but if our intentions are good, dog will lead us over the threshold, through the darkness and the waters of the unconscious, toward the shimmering realms of the goddess. The time may come when you need to act with the spirit of dog, to defend your values or protect that which you hold sacred. Faithfulness, trust, and loyalty are vital in close relationships, and the time may have come for you to focus on these qualities, to develop them gradually in yourself, and to appreciate them in others. So, there's something about faith and loyalty and trust that you're working on this month, Gemini. That's an interesting reading. You know, again, I'm just getting this sense of all business from you, this very, I don't want to think about the emotional stuff. I want to focus on the work. The work, I understand the work. The work is not complicated to me. I'm good at the work. And that's fine. Spirit has no issue with that. Spirit will keep giving you those pentacles, but it definitely was sending a bit of a warning with that big pile of future potentials that dropped out, because I only wanted one and it gave me 4. No one else has gotten that many. It seems like there are a lot of paths. There are a lot of paths possible, Gemini, and a lot depends on what happens for you and what you focus your energy and attention and abilities on in August. So I think that's what I have for you. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you found something of value, if it resonated with you, I would love your feedback. Please leave comments. Like, subscribe, share, as you are so moved. We would love to have you be part of this tribe. Thank you so much. I wish you the most pleasant of days. Blessings.